Welcome. In this playthrough of Marvel Champions, a card game, we continue on with the final scenario of the Mad Titan Shadow going up against Loki. So we have saved Odin from Hela, and now we are all off to Asgard to attempt to take Loki off of the throne. So for our campaign setup, we need to put the Open the Dungeon side scheme into play. The Summon Back Treachery card to be shuffled into the counter deck. Shawarma is in the campaign pool, so each one of our players has that. System Shock is not. Infinity Stones is not. Nornstone is, so we'll start with that. And Odin will be coming in to get this started off. So our main scheme, all hail King Loki. Contents are going to be Loki, the Infinity Gauntlets, Standard and Counter sets, and the 2 modular sets, Enchantress and Frost Giants. For setup, we're going to set each copy of Loki villain side out of play, put the War in Asgard side scheme into play, shuffle the encounter deck, reveal a set aside Loki villain at random, and then reveal the top card of the Infinity Stone deck. On this side, we have a threshold of 12 per player, so just one main scheme. So forced interrupt, when Loki is defeated, advance to a random set aside Loki villain. So for our win condition, since we are playing in standard mode, we need to beat 2 versions of Loki. And there are 5 different versions, so randomly we're going to get 2 of these here in a bit. We're starting with the Infinity Gauntlets. Permanent setup, force response after attached villain activates. Resolve the special ability of each Infinity Stone in play, otherwise put the top card of the Infinity Stone deck into play. Gives him an additional scheme and an attack. The War in Asgard. Hinder 1 per player. When defeated, reveal the top card of the Infinity Stone deck. Swap Loki with a random set-aside Loki, so swap out. And the Open the Dungeons. When defeated, each player chooses 1 captive ally from the campaign set, puts it into play under their control, then flip this card over, and of course it has that symbol on it, and that's going to give Loki an additional 4 health per player. So before we get to our heroes, we get Odin in his king form. 4-3, attack of 4, both with 2 consequential damage, 6 health. First player gains control of him, cannot have encounter cards attached, and does not count against the ally limit. Forced interrupt, when he leaves play, remove him from the game. And then for Adam Warlock, see his powers there. Battle Mage as an action, discard a card from his hand. Limit once per phase. If the card is aggression, we're dealing 2 damage to an enemy. Justice, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Protection, heal a damage from an ally. And leadership, give a hero +1 thwart, attack, and defense for the round. Hand size of 5, 11 health. Recovery of 3, Avatar of Life. So this goes over deck buildings. We have to have an equal number of all 4 aspects. And then can't have more than 1 copy of each non-Adam Warlock card. It's an action, discard a card from our hand to remove a status card from Adam Warlock. Hand size of 6. And I have 6 of each aspect. And then we've got some basic cards. So for protection or leadership, we have Yondu, Inspired, Squirrel Girl, Major Victory, Hawkeye, and a Laser Blaster. Then protection, defensive stance, energy barrier, second wind, Clea, and Night Nurse, and momentum shift. Justice, Zone of Silence, Counterintelligence, Determination for Justice, Clear the Area, and Multitasking. Aggression, Spider-Girl, Magic Attack, Piercing Strike, Relentless Assault, Clobber, and Lie in Wait. And Strength, Energy, Shawarma, Genius, and her Nornstone. For Spectrum, got her powers there. And her Energy Transformation. After we change to this form, choose a face-down upgrade. Hand size of 5, 11 health, and those upgrades. +2 defense, and when we change to this form, heal a damage, or +2 thwart and remove a threat from a scheme, or +2 attack and deal a damage to an enemy. Alter Ego, recovery of 3, and just goes over setup, putting the energy forms in play face down. After we change back to this form, they go back face down again, hand size of 6. Keeping with Justice, and I haven't changed anything in these decks from the previous plays. 2 of the Power of Justice, Sense of Justice, Under Surveillance, Spycraft, Counterintelligence, then 3 for Justice, 2 Lay Down the Law, 1 Multitasking, Speed, Wiccan, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Quake, and Agent Coulson. And finish off with our basics. We have our resource cards. Ready to Rumble, Deft Focus, Downtime, Endurance, and the Norn Stone. All right, finishing our setup, shuffling the encounter stack. Then we'll see which version of Loki we start with. And that's going to be the Scheme for 3, Attack for 1 with Stalwart. They all have, when defeated, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck till a side scheme is discarded and reveal that side scheme and 20 health per player. Then the Gauntlet, first stone we're going to have to deal with. It's a Soul Stone, healing 3 damage and giving a face boost or face down boost card when that triggers. Then each of our heroes gets 6 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, Gamma Blast for Justice, Strength, Lay Down the Law, Ready to Rumble, and Power of Justice. So I'm just going to keep the resources. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Gamma Blast, Quake, Blue Marvel, and Energy. Then for Adam, see what he's getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Mystic Senses, Cape, Hawkeye, Cosmic Awareness, Karmic Blast, and Multitasking. Well, these 2 are a keeper for sure. And then it just comes down to need the resources to pay for them. This will do it. Potentially we could do better with a double resource, so we'll keep Hawkeye for now. Determination, Cosmic Ward, and a Karmic Blast. All right, that didn't change anything. All right, we're going to flip over. We are going to go Photon to remove a threat from a scheme. Then we're going to go ahead and Thwart for 3. Just going to go ahead and use our ability quickly. Hero action, ready your hero, flip this card over. Now we just have the alter ego action to exhaust it to heal a damage from our identity. Thwart for another 3. Which is going to trigger this. When defeated, each player chooses a captive ally from the campaign set, puts it into play under their control, flip this card over, and we do that. We attach to Loki. He's going to get an additional 4 health per player, and force interrupt when Loki is defeated, remove this card from the game, and an acceleration. He's going up to 48 health. What we have is, for our captives, Fandral, so pretty good Thwart. Then pretty good attack with Piercing, Retaliate and Toughness, and Lady Sif. Think we're going to go with Lady Sif and Volstagg with Toughness and Retaliate 1. Then attack for 2. Down to 46. Then we're going to bring in Quake. 4 to 1, attack of 2, 2 health. If your minion schemes, exhaust her, deal 2 damage to that minion. She's going to come in and attack for 2, down to 44. Then I'm going to overpay for a Gamma Blast. Change to Gamma Energy form and deal 7 damage to an enemy. If you're already in Gamma Energy form, this attack gains Overkill. We're not, so going to Gamma does a damage. Down to 43, then we're doing 7 more, down to 36. You know what? Odin's going to punch for 4 also. Let's take him down to 32. All right, this is all about setting up for him. Mystic Senses. To resolve his Battle Mage ability, draw a card. And after you spend this card, remove a threat from the main scheme. Then we're going to bring in his Cape. After we do his Battle Mage ability, exhaust this to ready him. Then flip over and attack for 2, down to 30. And end our turn. we're going to keep Blue Marvel, getting a Gamma Blast, lay down the law, downtime, and speed. And over here, Yondu, Cosmic Awareness, defensive stance, some energy, and a second wind. So we're going to get 4 threat, 2 for that, and then 3 and 4. Attacking over here, Quake is going to defend for base 1, 2, 3 damage. Then after he activates, heal 3 and give him a face down boost. So up to 33. Gets a face down boost. Then attacking over here, defend with toughness for base 2, 3, 4. 4 damage. Then after the attack, bring out that. So that's going to discard an ally or upgrade over here. That's not cool. Or maybe not. Villain attacks you. Oh, we might as well defend with her. So attack of 2, 3, 4. After the activation, discard an ally, upgrade, or support you control. We don't have any. And then over here, Peril and Surge. When revealed, search and counter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for our Nemesis minion and put it into play engaged with you. So Magus is coming in, Schema 2, attack of 2, 6 health, quickness and toughness, or quick strike and toughness. Force response. After he activates against you, discard the top 5 cards of your deck. So swinging for 2, down to 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. Could have been worse. And pass first player. All right, we're going to attack to get rid of... no, we're just thwart for 2. Then discard protection, which is going to heal a damage from an ally. Then ready us, and we draw a card into a Night Nurse. Then we're going to bring in Yondu, thwart to 2, attack him 1, 2 health. His attacks gain range, so ignores retaliate. Does not take consequential damage for attacking. So he's good with getting rid of toughness for now. So we will attack for 2. Odin's going to attack for 4, down to 29. Then move over here, attacking for 4. Then we're going to bring in a Blue Marvel. After he enters play, change our energy form. Thwart to 2, attack of 2, and 3 health. We will change to Photon to remove a threat from a scheme. And then attack for 2 on the 27. End her turn. I'm going to keep the Night Nurse and Gamma Blast over here. So Agent Coulson, Speed of Light, Power of Justice, and for Justice. And Strength, Energy Barrier, Momentum Shift, and Spider Girl. 4 threat. Oh, when he attacked earlier, he would have retaliated for 1. I'm going to have him defend on this one. For base 2, 3 damage. And retaliate again, down to 25. It's going to prep Power Stone. Then attack over here. We're going to take it for base 2, 3, 4. Down to 7. And that's going to trigger. We are stunned. And I should have triggered that earlier. Casket of Ancient Winners. Defeated, reveal the top card of the Infinity deck. Swap Loki for another one. That attack over here would have done 1 more damage, and the same thing here. Now we get encounter cards. So attached to Loki, he's going to get +1 attack. After you make a basic attack against him, spend an energy and physical resource to discard that. And we're going to run out of room quick, so I'll just move that over there. And open the Bifrost. Hinder 1 per player. When defeated, reveal top card of the Infinity Stone. Swap Loki out with that, and that gets 5 threat. And pass first player. Well, if we're going to attack to get rid of stunned. Actually, no, we're probably better off thwarting. We need to get some of that done. So we're going to thwart for 4. I think I like this one worse. Or less. Then for justice, to remove 4 threat from a scheme. Which we'll take from that one. Speed of light, to change energy forms and draw a card. We are going to go Pulsar to heal us 1. Draw into a speed of light. Go ahead and play that. To go back to Photon to remove a threat. And draw a card, speed of light. So when defeated, reveal the top card of the Infinity Stone deck and swap Loki's out. So we're getting rid of that. And getting one that hits harder, Stalwart. All right. So we'll change energy forms again. Going back to Pulsar to heal. Drawn to Wiccan. Then we can bring in Wiccan. Thwart of 1, attack of 1, 3 health. After he thwarts, discard the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon discarded this way, deal a damage to an enemy. He will thwart for 1. And deal 2 damage. Down to 23. Then Blue Marvel's going to thwart for 2. Which, you know what? We're not going to do that one. I'll thwart for 2 there. Odin's going to attack for 4. Down to 19. Adam will thwart for 2. Pitch an energy barrier to heal a damage off an ally. Yondu's going to attack for 1. Down to 18. Oh yeah, when I pitch that, ready and draw a card. Then we're going to do a momentum shift. Heal 2 damage from our hero and deal 2 damage to an enemy. So we go up to 11. Down to 16. Then attack for 2, down to 14. We're going to bring in the Night Nurse. Comes in with 3 medical counters on her. Exhaust her and remove a medical counter from her. Heal a damage from a hero and discard a status effect. So we're getting 3, but we're immediately going to spend 1 up to 9 and remove stunned. And we'll call it a turn. We're going to keep Spider-Girl Piercing Strike, clear the area. Major Victory, Soul World, and For Justice. And over here, Photon Speed, Shawarma, Duplication, Photon Speed, and a Pulsar Shield. So 4 threats. Attacking over here. Blue Marvel is going to defend for base 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to get confused. Attack over here. Volstagg defends. Discard the top card of the Infinity Stone deck and apply its boost. So it's adding 2 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then that's going to set the Time Stone up. And shuffle these. Then encounter cards. Devious Sorcery. You are stunned. If you're already stunned, take 2 damage. And over here, swap Loki with a random set-aside Loki villain, and he activates against us. All right, so we're getting, he's got Retaliate 1, Schema 2, Attack of 1. So attacking us, we're just going to take it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh goodness, 8. Down to 3 health. That was a mistake. Then discard the top 4 cards of our deck. Place a threat on the main scheme for each different card type. Boo. Double boo. All right. 2 upgrades and 2 events. So 2 more threat, but worse. We're losing those. And pass first player. All right. Night Nurse is going to take care of Confused and heals us to 10. Yondu attacks for 1 and a 13. We will attack for 2 down to 11. Then pitch a Justice card to remove 2 threat. Just going to ready us, let us draw to magic attack. Then attack for 2, down to 9. Bring in Spider Girl, 4-1, attack for 2, 2 health. After she enters play from her hand, stun and confuse a minion. Attacking for 2, down to 7. Then Major Victory. When he's defeated, choose a friendly guardian character. Ready that character. 4-1, attack of 1. 2 health. Oh, wait, he's got Retaliate 1 now. That changes things. We will put those 2 back on and have her thwart for 1. And take his last attack off up to 11. And thwart for 2. To get rid of that, which is going to bring that out, and we're swapping forms. So now we've got Schema 2, attack of 2, and he can't take damage while side schemes in play. I feel like he might be down a health. All right, he's going to thwart for 1. Then as a hero action, we're going to ready, flip that over, Then we're going alter ego form. Use that to heal a damage up to 3, then recover for 3 up to 6. Then Wiccan. Not nearly as effective. We can't do damage. So we're going to play Energy Duplication, exhaust that to generate the printed resource on a face-up energy form. And then use that plus our pulsar shield. Change the photon energy form, which is going to remove a threat from a scheme. And then remove 4 from a scheme. So remove 1 from here for flipping. Then remove 4 with the card. Then we're going to thwart for 4 to get rid of this, which is going to get us another Infinity Stone card and a different Loki. This one's got Retaliate figures. Then we're going to thwart for 1 with him. And deal 2 damage, which is not an attack, down to 9. And hopefully I had all that figured out there. I think we're good. Close enough anyway. Ender turn. Going to keep photon speed. So 4 more, Daredevil, multitasking, spycraft, and a pulsar shield. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Squirrel Girl, Quantum Magic, Pip the Troll, Laser Blaster, Clea, and we're a genius. So 3 threat. Scheming over here for 1, 2, 3. Just 3. We've got some things to trigger. We're going to go find a minion with that one. Found a Frost Giant, scheme of 1, attack of 3, and toughness. And now he's going to scheme for 1. Well, before he schemes for 1, we're going to heal 3 damage from there, give him a face down boost. So up to 12. And a boost. He's already schemed, then attacking over here. Looking has 2 damage on him. And we'll defend for 1, 2, 3, 4. Discard the top card of the Infinity deck. So 7 damage. Defeated. And then prep a Mind Stone. Then encounter cards. Attached to your identity, we've been frozen. We cannot ready. It's an alter ego action. Spend an energy and physical resource to discard it. And when revealed, swap Loki with another random set-aside Loki, and he activates. And we're getting scheme of 2, attack of 2, cannot take damage while side schemes in play. And Spider-Girl's going to defend on that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And pass first player. Request an action over here to heal us 1. Get rid of stunned. Using that to bring in Daredevil. Thwart a 2, attack with 2, 3 health. After he thwarts, deal a damage to an enemy. So thwarting for 2. Dealing a damage there. And then thwarting for 4. All right. I'm going to create, we've got our energy. We're going to make that a physical. to get rid of frozen. Then heal for 1. And then recover for 3. Flip over. Discard a protection to heal a damage off an ally, which will ready us, and we draw a card. Relentless Assault. We're going to play that to deal 5 damage to an enemy. No physical, so no overkill, but enough to get rid of a Frost Giant. Then we're going to attach a Laser Blaster to Yondu. He's a Guardian ally, gives him +1 attack, and his attacks gain overkill, so he's swinging for 2. Down to 10. And a thwart for 2. Ender turn. We're going to keep Photon Speed on this side. So Photon Speed, Under Surveillance, Genius, and Energy Duplication. And over here, we draw into Shawarma, get an encounter card, and shuffle. So we've got 4 more cards coming. Got Pip, the Night Nurse, Quantum Magic, and Cosmic Ward. So 3 threats. Attacking over here. Adam's going to defend. So to base 4, 5, 6, -3. So we're taking 3. Down to 7. Then, after the attack, she's getting confused from the Mind Stone. Then he's going to attack over here. Major Victory defends. For base 4, 5, the villain is attacking, and this attack deals damage to a character. Stun that character. So he's defeated. When he's defeated, he can ready a Guardian. And that's going to prep that Power Stone. And shuffle these. Then encounter cards. When revealed, some nasty things are going to happen. Starting with Radioactive Man, Schema 1, attack at 1, 6 health. After he activates against you, deal a damage to each character you control. You've got a Crisis icon. When defeated, deal damage to each friendly character in play. It comes in with 4 threat. And shuffle these into that 1 card. Then swap Loki with another one, and he activates against you. All right, so our new Loki is a retaliating one, attacking with 1, 2, 3. Will defend. So he's doing 5 damage. We block 3, so take 2. Then we're going to be stunned. And then the villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. Good times. And to that we say we're bringing in Pip. So while he's in your hand, he gains interrupt when the player is attacked. Spend those resources, and he comes into play under that player's control with toughness. So we will defend with him. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. He loses his toughness. And pass first player. We're going to discard a protection card to heal an ally. And ready. And draw a card into Clobber. Then we're going to play Quantum Magic. Choose a card in your discard pile and add that card to your hand. To go back and get our Night Nurse. And then bring her back into play with Clobber. And immediately use her to Heal him for 1 and get rid of stunned. Yondu attacks for 2. Odin attacks for 4. Adam thwarts for 2. And he's going to flip over and heal for 1. And on this side, we're going to thwart for 2, which is going to deal a damage. But we're going to deal a damage to each friendly character in play. It's going to take him out. Down to 10, up to 5, down to 6. Take 1 and 1. Then we're going to photon speed, which is thwart, to get rid of our confused. Then we will actually thwart for 4. And play under surveillance. Attach the main scheme to increase its value by 4. And that's going to be our turn. We're going to keep energy duplication, so deft focus for justice, endurance, and counterintelligence. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Karmic Blast, Zone of Silence, Awareness, Relentless Assault, Genius, and Hawkeye. All right, 3 threat. Scheming for base 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is going to bring out the Mind Stone. Then attacking over here, Pip is going to defend for 1, 2, 3, 4. After the attack, getting confused, and an acceleration, and shuffle. All right, counter cards. Shuffle the Infinity Stone deck, discard pile onto the Infinity Stone deck, and reveal the top card. Sure we have 6 in here. Yep, we're good. So revealing the Space Stone. And then we've been seduced. Attach your identity. Can I make basic attacks or play attack events? Alter ego action, spend those resources to discard that card. Pass first player. All right, starting over here, request an action from the Night Nurse to heal and get rid of an effect. Then we're going to thwart for 4. Then we're going to bring in energy duplication. Use one of those to bring in deft focus. So hero action, reduce a resource cost to the next superpower card you play this turn by 1. Use the other one to play endurance. Play under any player's control to give him +3 health. Then flip over. Heal 1. Up to 10. Flip. Attack for 2. Down to 7. Get retaliated on. Down to 9. Attack for 2. With ranged, so we don't get retaliated on. Discard a Justice card to remove 2 threats. And ready. And draw into counterintelligence. Play Karmic Blast. Hero action, deal 4 damage to an enemy, discard up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, deal an additional damage for each different aspect. We're good with that. That does 5 damage, which defeats him, and he's defeated. So the retaliate doesn't kick off. That is going to trigger that being removed from the game. It's also going to trigger us looking for a side scheme. First one came out, unfortunately. When defeated, deal damage to each friendly character in play. 4 threat. Then the next one coming out is cannot take damage while a side scheme is in play. And 40 health. And we'll bring in Hawkeye, 4-1, attack of 1-3 health. He enters play with 4 arrow counters on him. After minion enters play, remove an arrow counter from Hawkeye to deal 2 damage to that minion. And thwart for 2. And end the turn. All right, over here we're getting 6 cards. Pulsar Shield, Sense of Justice, Jessica Jones, counter card, and shuffle. So 3 more cards coming. Speed for Justice and Speed of Light. Over here, getting 5, Cosmic Awareness, Momentum Shift, which is, I need protection. I need to get him healed before we take care of that. Clear the area, Soul World, and a Piercing Strike. So 4 threat now. Scheming over here for 1, 2, 3. Discard the top card of the Infinity Stone deck. Adding, so it's going to be 5. That's going to trigger us going looking for a minion. Which they are in here somewhere. Found one. Oh, that's not cool. After he activates against you, deal damage to each character you control. That's going to kill Odin. Scheming for 1. And we control Odin, so he gets removed from the game. Then attacking over here. We're going to defend. Got a defense of 3. He's attacking for 4. He's going to get tough. And another card, so 4 damage. We're taking 1. Then get some encounter cards. We'll prep a time stone for that activation. Then attached to Loki. After Loki is swapped with a set-aside Loki villain, give him a tough status. Hero response: after you make a basic attack against him, spend energy and mental resources to discard that card. Then a Frost Giant, scheme of 1, attack of 3 in toughness. Who's going to get shot? Yeah, actually both of those are getting shot. He took 2, he lost his toughness. And now the villain activates against you. We're going to risk it. Base 4, 4 damage coming our way. Down to 4 health. Then trigger this. Discarding cards and adding some threat based on a different card type. So we've got 2 resources and an upgrade and an ally. So 3 more threat. And pass first player. All right, playing protection. So we can heal an ally and ready and draw a card. Then we're going to attack for 2. Thwart for 2. Dealing a damage to each friendly character. Actually, before we do that, we're going to bring in an energy barrier. When you would take any amount of damage, remove a counter from here, prevent 1 of that damage, and deal it to an enemy, and it comes in with 3. Then we will thwart for 2, which gets rid of this, does a damage to everyone, down to 9. Each of these guys takes 1, and we're going to take 1 and deflect it. We'll deflect it to the toughness. Then remove 2 threats from a scheme. And flip over because we don't feel good, and heal a damage. All right, over here, healing up to 10. Mental and energy discarded. We're no longer seduced. We will flip over to Gamma to deal a damage. Down to 39. Attack for 4 to get rid of the giant. Speed of light, change energy forms and draw a card. Go to Photon to remove a threat. Draw into Spycraft. Then bring in Jessica Jones with those. 4 to 1, attack 2, 3 health, attacking for 2. Ending her turn. We'll keep those. Way down to Law, Speed of Light, and a Pulsar Shield. And over here, Quantum Magic, Squirrel Girl, Energy, Karmic Blast, Volstagg, and Second Wind. So 3 threats. Scheming for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 19. That's going to prep the Power Stone. Attacking over here. Jessica's going to defend. You know what? We'll keep her out. We'll just take it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attach that card to Loki. So down to 6. And that triggers us getting stunned. And encounter cards. Open to Bifrost, coming in with 5 threat. And we're seduced again. All right, first thing we're going to do is thwart for 4. Then Speed of Light, change energy forms and draw a card. So we're going to change to deal a damage. Or do we? Let me think here. We're going to thwart for 2. To get rid of that, which is going to bring that out. It's going to swap a Loki with another Loki. And when we do that, after you swap with another one, he gets a tough status. So this one likes to scheme. Then we're going to change energy forms and draw a card. So we're going to change to Gamma, which deals a damage. And draw into Power of Justice. And we're going to use energy duplication. No, we're not. We're going to overpay. No, we're fine with that. Use energy duplication. Creates a physical. So removing 3 threat from a scheme. Then we're going to bring in Speed. Thwart of 2, attack of 1 for health. After he thwarts, ready him once per turn. You know what? We paid for all that. We're going to keep the for justice and use that to help pay for it. It's going to thwart for 2, ready, and thwart for another 2. Request an action over here to heal for 1, remove stunned. Then we're going to flip over, heal for 1. And I think that's her turn. All right, we're going to heal for 1, then recover for 3, so going up to 9. Then flip over, discard a protection card to heal an ally, which is going to ready us, and draw a card to multitasking. We're going to attack for 2, down to 37. Thwart for 2. You know what? Take his attack back, adding those 2. I think I got a better way to play this. Quantum Magic to go find a card in your discard pile and add it to your hand. He's about to be inspired, I think. I think that's in here. Yep. Then play Inspired. Put that on an ally, give him +1 thwart and attack. So now his attacks are for 3 instead of 2. Taking him down to 36. Bring in Volstagg with toughness. Hawkeye will thwart for 1. Then we're going to do a Karmic Blast, dealing 4 damage, discard 4 cards from our deck, dealing additional damage for different aspects. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're doing 6 damage and got rid of our Karmic Staff. So down to 30. And end her turn. We're going to keep for Justice, so 5 more cards. Photon Speed for Justice, Lady Sif, Energy, and Power of Justice. And over here, we're getting 4 cards. Senses, Defensive Stance, Lie in Wait, Karmic Blast, and counter card, shuffle to get 1 more. So kind of a slow game, but doing all right so far, I think. Cosmic Ward. So 3 threat. Scheming, that's a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, goodness, 9. I cursed us by saying we were doing all right. Then heal 3 damage and give him a face down boost. So I take back what I said. Attacking over here. Volstagg defends from base 1 to oh yeah, additional boost. So 6 damage. Losing toughness. And that's going to prep this. And shuffle the rest. And counter cards. Surge. Go find our Nemesis minion, which is probably in here. Yep, Radioactive Man. He is getting shot. Then Regeneration Cycle. We are going to flip to our Alter Ego and then Exhaust to remove that from the game. And over here, Devious Sorcery, or an Alter Ego. You are stunned. And Surge. Discard an upgrade or support you control. It's going to be Endurance. It's down to 6 health. and pass first player. All right, we're going to bring in Mystic Senses so we can draw another card when we do our ability. Then we're going to do our ability with Aggression for 2 damage. And ready. And draw 2 cards. Night Nurse and Genius. Oh wait, we're in Alter Ego. We were exhausted. We would have just flipped over. Nothing else would have changed. Before we flipped, we could have healed for 1. All good. Yondu attacks for 3 with Overkill. This guy soaks up 2. 1 breaks through, down to 32. I'm going to bring in the Night Nurse. Get her 3 tokens, then spin 1 of them to heal us up to 8. Get rid of Stunned. But we're going to end up thwarting for 2. All right, we're going to get Unseduced here. Heal for 1. Flip over. Going to Gamma form to deal a damage down to 31. Speed is going to thwart for 2. And ready. Then we're going to remove 3 threat from a scheme. Then for Justice, using those to remove 4 threat from a scheme. Then we're going to attack for 4, down to 27. Then we're going to bring in Lady Sif and attack for 2 more, down to 25. And end her turn. I'm going to keep Genius on this side, drawing 4 more. Magic Attack, Second Wind, Multitasking, and Spider Girl. And over here, Speed of Light, Gamma Blast, Lay Down the Law, Counterintelligence, and for Justice. All right, 3 threat. Attacking over here. Volstag's going to defend. So it's base 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to live. And retaliate. Then we have to discard an ally, upgrade, or support we control. I think it'll be him. Then attacking over here. Jessica's going to defend. So base 3, 4 damage. And prep. And counter cards. Schema 1, attack for 3, 4 health and toughness. We're going to shoot that toughness off of him. And Shadow of the Past. Well, stuff's already out. So if your Nemesis minion does not enter the game this way, gain Surge. So surges into an unnatural storm, which is nasty. Heroes and allies cannot be readied by player card effects. When revealed, exhaust each ally in play. That hurts. Four threat and flip that over. All right, attack for 4. Speed of Light, change energy forms and draw a card. Going to Photon to remove a threat from a scheme. Drawing into Strength. Then I'm going to Gamma Blast using We'll Death Focus to reduce the cost. Change to a Gamma energy form, then deal 7 damage to an enemy. So we go to Gamma, which deals the damage down to 23. Then we're doing 7 down to 16. We changed forms, so we're going to play Lay Down the Law to remove 3 threat from a scheme. You know what? We're not going to do that. We're just going to use for justice to remove 4 threat from a scheme instead. Then attack for 2, down to 14. Discard a justice card to remove 2 threat. And ready. And draw 2 cards. Quantum Magic and Piercing Strike. And bring in Spider-Girl, attacking for 2. Down to 12. Then we're going to do a magic attack, discarding cards from our deck up to 5 to deal that much damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Down to 7. And then thwart for 2. And in the turn. Might have been able to play that better that round to end the game. Definitely could have done it if all the allies weren't exhausted. All right, we're going to keep Genius, discard Counterintelligence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pulsar Shield, Photon, Gamma Blast, Wiccan, and Shawarma. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Counterintelligence, Strength, Soul World, and Determination. 3 threat. Attacking over here, Speed defends. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we discard until we find a minion. Is it a minion? It's not. Get an acceleration and shuffle. Then attacking over here, Spider-Girl jumps in the way. Actually, Hawkeye will take it. So base 1, 2, 3, 7 damage. And that will prep a Time Stone and counter cards. Stealing Lady Sif from us. That's not nice. So, when revealed, attached to the ally with the highest cost without Beguiled attached. Attached ally engages its controller. Otherwise, this card gains Surge. Treat the attached ally as an enthralled minion with a blank takes box. Its scheme is equal to its printed thwart and does not take consequential damage. And on this side, we're in hero form, so we are stunned. And pass first player. We are going to unstun herself and heal. Have Yondu attack for 3 with Overkill. So down to 6. Attack for 2, down to 4. Discard a Justice card. It's going to let us ready and draw 2 cards. Zone of Silence and Relentless Assault. Attack for 2 more, down to 4. I'm sorry, down to 2. And we shouldn't have killed with Yondu. We would have had a Relentless Assault. That would have been enough. Now I've just got nothing. But it's not going to matter. Spider-Girl can attack for 2 to finish this off. And over here, we had a Gamma Blast and Wiccan yet to come up. So we were doing at least 8, 12, and 13 more damage. So that was Spectrum and Adam Warlock against a confusing Loki. So with that, we throw him in the dungeon and lock the Infinity Gauntlet in the vault. Never again will it trouble the 9 realms. Come, my friends, there's to be a feast held in your honor. More drinks for my friends, the heroes of Midgard. There's a fine sword you carry. Thank you, my lady. Tell me again how you cut the Infinity Gauntlet from Thanos' arm. As a reward for your service, Odin has ordered the Vault of Asgard open to you. Take what you can carry. Rocket Raccoon's very happy with this. Holy flark balls, Groot, we're getting paid. And with that, as always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.